Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Thursday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Aina Koyo. In the news tonight, risk-based solution donated microscience kits to the University of Namibia Science and Technology and the university's high-tech transfer plaza in Windhoek. These will be used to give students more practical practice. Let's have a look.
Immediately hand it over to the person who's going to be responsible for the operationalization.
What is happening? We are the students. And the students. That's the students.
They say that there is eventually be someone who's going to do the job.
Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board CEO Nangula Uwanja says the media plays a critical role in selling Namibia as an investment destination and should play its part in promoting the country and where need be call out NIPDB for its failure to effectively sell the country to investors. She made these remarks as the marketing agency celebrates its 500-day anniversary. Let's have a look.
Namibia is our product, Namibia is why we are here, and Namibia is who and what we want to deliver. And we want to make sure that the media partner with us in making sure that this product called Namibia gets its fair share in the market, the international market, the local market, and so forth. And yes, we want you to make sure that any defect of our product is pointed out so that we can make sure that we correct that defect. So if there is anything of our product, Namibia, that need to be corrected so that it's more acceptable to the consumers, then we need to make sure that we correct that. And many times we talk about the ease of doing business, the cost of doing business, the competitiveness, the policy landscape, and so forth.
U.S. Ambassador Randy Berry launched the third cohort of the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program in Walvis Bay. Investing in women entrepreneurs is just one way to partner with Namibia to build an ever more inclusive and resilient economy. And data shows that when women entrepreneurs are successful, the whole communities of men, women, and children will benefit, said Ambassador Berry. The program was first established in Namibia in November 2020 and aims to provide women with the tools needed to create and grow their businesses, raise capital, and effectively network with other successful business owners from across the globe. A total of 70 women from the Karas, Erongo, Komas, Ohangwena, and Oshana regions graduated from the first cohort and the second cohort in 2021 and 2022 respectively. This year, the third cohort will consist of 120 participants from all 14 regions of Namibia. Participants will receive training over a period of 5 months. We may all be aware of the high unemployment rate and inequality in Namibia. That's why we, as the U.S. government, continue to seek ways to broaden our engagement and catalyze both public and private partnerships to enable Namibia to harness its economic opportunities and build an inclusive and resilient economy. Now moving on to our next story. The Namibia Institute of Public Administration and Management and the Okakarara Town Council signed a memorandum of understanding for resources sharing between the two. NIPAM's acting executive director Sankwasa Mobita, during his opening speech, said NIPAM identified the town council as a strategic partner in achieving its objective, thus initiating the signing. This memorandum of understanding familiarizes summarizes a collaborative work relationship between our two public institutions in multiple areas to see both institutions achieve their goals while sharing knowledge and resources. Now, the Memorandum of Understanding aims to create consultancy and training opportunities to capacitate the Okakarara Town Council employees, including the honorable councillors, in different courses, he said. Now, Mobita adds that the goal of both our institutions through the Memorandum of Understanding is to deliver efficient services to the people of Okakarara in particular. Through NEPAM's intervention, we are confident that OTC will rather continue strengthening its system, governance, resource management, and operational excellence, he continued. Furthermore, NEPAM revealed that it has identified strategic alliance that will thus serve as an essential intervention for the institution to effectively reach its target market, acquire new clients, engage in different needs, and promote its products and services. Now, in our Story of the Day segment, we take a look at the renewal of employment contracts.
Hey, don't worry about the car, boss. I checked nice.
Thank you, but it's okay, ne? F&B Insurance. Checks nicer.
No, man.
At F&B Insurance, we provide cover for all your valuables, from your car to your laptop to your phone. F&B Insurance. You value it, we cover it. T's and C's apply.
In our Story of the Day segment, the Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Derek Claassen, said that the renewal of employment redressing contracts will ensure continuous employment for fishermen under the government redress program. He made these remarks at the signing of the annual employment redressing quota agreement with the fishing companies in the horse mackerel subsector. Let's have a look.
Transpired was last year there was a mass resignation of workers from specific companies, and I had to stress that agreements were signed with these companies. We as a government is not signing agreements with individual persons, and the quotas that is made available through designation by cabinet is not for people, for workers or for fishermen. These quotas is going directly to operators, fishing companies. And the agreement is signed annually. So that time that those workers resigned, it was during the season. So it means that operators already make plans for that whole quota, or this quota was caught already and so on. So there was no way, and this quota does not belong to individual workers. So that is why we need to sit around the table with these companies and the workers and say, no, these workers need to be reinstated. And the companies was willing to do that. The workers also agreed after it was explained to them. So the biggest concern of these workers was, we are home. We are not physically working. We get only that what you can call it, allowance, but for us it's a salary that they get of $4,000 Namibian every month. And because of that, they say, no, if we went to sea, then at least we can come back with more money, because then they got fish money and all those things. I don't know exactly how it works if you are on a boat. But I know if you are a captain or you are an engineer on the boat, you are really highly paid, you know. Okay, so we as a government, we went to the wisdom, to cabinet, and cabinet in its wisdom said, go on a bidding process for the sake of transparency. Well, companies have bidded for this process, and as I speak to you now, at this moment, companies is busy giving presentations to the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources in Windhoek. Not the ministry alone, there is a committee, designated committee that is working on these matters. So the committee is comprising of Ministry of Labour as well as Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources, and they are busy now evaluating and consulting with these companies now. So when that is done, then of course we'll go back to Cabinet, and Cabinet will designate again these new companies as designated companies to receive rights to employ these specific workers that are currently sitting at home without employment, because as a government we cannot pay people just to sit at home. People need to be paid for work that they are actually doing. So that is the case currently, that is ongoing, and hopefully very soon this process will be done after this evaluation process. With these few remarks, we have come together today to sign this agreement again, and this agreement that are on the table currently, it was relook of it, and here and there were some small changes made, but after we are going to sign with this agreement and after we are to Cabinet with the others, then we will inform the media again what is the status quo. With this remarks, I thank you.
In economic news, after the break, lithium mining will not boost employment. Stay with us.
Muscle and joint pain should not be the reason you can't perform at your best. Norflex Gel. It also shouldn't be the reason you miss that important deadline. Norflex Gel. Or miss those precious moments that matter the most. Norflex Gel. Norflex Gel penetrates through the skin, numbing the area and relieving pain and inflammation. Norflex Gel is now available in the pharmacy aisle and in supermarkets. New Norflex Gel Fort is available for stronger anti-inflammatory action.
Beat the pain with Norflex Gel.
Given capital extensive nature of general mining, the restarting lithium production in Namibia after 1998 is not expected to boost employment, according to Simone Storm. However, Simone Storm is of the view that it will positively impact exports, earning and revenues to the government. Based on their estimates, lithium revenues could exceed all commodities combined and could therefore improve the current account balances and gross domestic product growth. Now we take a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 80 Namibian dollars 24 cents to the US and 90 Namibian dollars 92 cents to the euro. It trades at 22 Namibian dollars 68 cents to the pound, and 2 Namibian dollars buys you 1 Chinese yuan. Zinc is down by 1.57%, while Brent crude oil is down by 0.02%, trading at $84.86 per barrel. In our international news slot, China moves warships after the U.S. hosts Taiwan's tie. China has launched military drills in response to a much-anticipated meeting between Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen and U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. They met in California on Wednesday, a week after President Tsai was feted in New York with a leadership award. Tsai hailed their strong and unique partnership, and McCarthy said that arms sales to Taiwan must continue. Beijing, in turn, has vowed a resolute response and sent warships into the waters around the self-governed island. Taiwan, it appears, is caught in the middle of a dangerous love triangle. The timing of Tsai's visit is hardly a coincidence. In the U.S., there is a deep and growing hostility against China, and this is driving ever more open displays support for Taiwan. The Democrats and Republicans are competing to outdo each other. It's a big reason former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was also keen on landing in Taipei last summer, despite the fact that it is set off a furious reaction from China. The self-governed island, which Beijing claims is part of its territory, is arguably the biggest flashpoint between the U.S. and China. I was personally very opposed to the Pelosi visit, says Professor William Stanton, a former director of the American Institute in Taiwan. For a high-level politician from the U.S. to visit the island was just poking China without much reward, and the consequences were quite very scary. We return with the weather shortly. Stay with us. Let's have a look at the weather predictions for tomorrow. A partly sunny is expected in the north with Enana at 33 degrees and Rakana also at 33 degrees. A partly sunny weather is expected in Walvis Bay with a high of 22 degrees and a partly cloudy weather in Henties Bay with a high of 20 degrees. In the sports section tonight, the FIFA Football for Schools program in Namibia has embarked on a journey. Stay with us as we bring you more. In our sports news tonight, the FIFA Football for Schools program in Namibia has embarked on a journey to ensure every child's personal development is catered for. The FIFA Football for Schools program was officially launched in Namibia yesterday in partnership with the Namibia Football Association, the Education and Sports Ministry, and the Namibia School Sports Union. The director for the programs and quality assurance in the Education Ministry, Ayesha Wentworth, said that the F4S program complements efforts to give all learners a chance to participate in sports and use it as a vehicle to teach life skills and strengthening their capacity to function in society. F4S facilitates the learning process of life skills through football, intending to promote social change through an application with 80 hours of coaching sessions for teachers and coaches aimed at the children between the ages of 4 to 14. In our next story, the Richelieu Eagles' dream for qualifying for the Harare has been crushed. The last two playoff games of the World Cup qualifying tournaments in Zimbabwe were completed yesterday in Windhoek between Canada and Papua Guinea, as well as Jersey and the United Arab Emirates. Canada outweighed Papua Guinea by 40 runs and the United Arab Emirates beat Jersey by 66 runs. Now, this year's edition of Nedbank Cross Country Olympic Namibia Football Championship race takes place over the Easter weekend in Swakopmund. The two-day national mountain bike race event will see cyclists compete in different race categories, which include under 14 and under 18 boys and girls, short course men and women open, under 12 sprung boys, under 14 sub-junior girls, under 10 Nipper boys and girls, under 12 sprung girls, under 16 youth boys and girls, under 14 sub-junior boys, sub-event men and women, veteran men and women, master and grandmaster men and women, elite men and women, under 23 men and women, and junior men and women. Now, after the break, we return with the highlights from tonight's broadcast.
Newsprint Namibia is a web offset printing operation that specializes in the printing of newspapers and commercial inserts. We are the leaders in our industry with the highest quality print work and the shortest turnaround time from computer to print and delivery anywhere in the country daily. Newsprint was established mainly as a newspaper print company, but had to diversify its business to do commercial printing as required in the market. We print commercial inserts previously printed in South Africa in the shortest possible time. We, as an organization, also started printing workbooks for our education system and will also print textbooks for the Namibian market. For more information, please contact print@newsprint.com.
Here are the highlights from tonight's broadcast. U.S. Ambassador Randy Berry launched the third cohort of the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program in Walvis Bay. The Namibia Institute of Public Administration and Management and the Okakarara Town Council signed a memorandum of understanding for resource sharing between the two. The FIFA Football for Schools program in Namibia has embarked on a journey to ensure every child's personal development is catered for. The FIFA Football for Schools program was officially launched in Namibia yesterday. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Please do make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, which is called Oneuptwo. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 as well as GoTV channel 94 every weekday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. Now, this has been Sunset News, so please don't end your day without us. Good night.